Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well on this Friday. We've got lots to get to. I want to talk about some content that I brought you this week from the First Alert Safety Desk, but obviously so many people wanting to know the latest on those power outages in our region after that spring snowstorm we got this week. I've got some resources, even some new ones, in case you know anybody or you yourself, if you're streaming this and you don't have power. There's some resources for you, depending on where you live. Also, some safety desk stories like this one right here, FDA approving prescription-only smartphone app for depression, how to tell if your eclipse glasses are fake or legit, because we've got that eclipse happening on Monday, although some news that's kind of a bummer as sounds like we might not see it so well here, but also Recall Friday with some hand steamers and baby pillows that were recalled. Important for you to know this morning. So wanting to jump in right away, and we actually had a interview with WPS spokesperson Matt Cullen this morning. He was live on our show. I was able to chat with him about the latest and what's going on with the crews this morning, what the game plan is for them. There we go. And what they plan to do today and moving forward. It sounds like 97%, they said, of people still without power will have power by the end of the day. That is their goal. And Kristen Allen was out there talking about the latest as well. So they will be working nonstop to make that progress for everybody. But it could be even until tomorrow, Saturday, before power is restored for everyone involved. Again, 97% of homes and businesses that lost power will have it restored by the end of the day today. That is the plan, that is the goal. But as of this morning, there were still under 19,000 customers or so without power, with 820 outage points. So each outage obviously affects lots of people. Still needing repair there. We Energy is down to about 387. So I'm going to pull up our website so we can take a look together. And I'll refresh it here so you could see. So this is the WPS website, 19,000 or so. And you can go by county. You can see Brown County still has about 2,500, Door County 3,500. So they're working diligently. And then here's the We Energies map right here, showing 296 or so. So if you're just tuning in, we're just looking at the latest power outage numbers this morning, as there's still thousands of people without power. And good morning to you, Jody. Thanks for chiming in and watching per usual. Joe Amber, what's happening? Just giving everybody the latest here. You can also go to WBAY.com. Our website, the main page, has everything you need to know right here. We'll talk about safety desk stuff in just a minute, but we've been covering so much of this throughout the week after that winter or that spring snowstorm with wintry weather. But right here, that top story showing the WPS interview, people, residents and work crews dealing with that widespread power outage, lots of shelters and resources, which kind of brings me to my next topic that I wanted to get into this morning. And it's that there are lots of resources still out there for people who don't have power. A lot of people maybe have devices that they need to charge, maybe a warm place to stay, devices perhaps that they need to charge. Again, if you're watching this and you don't have power, there's so many resources on our website that you can go to if you're able to either drive or check your local public health departments, law enforcement, things like that. They post a lot on their Facebook in situations like this. So just as an example, for some of those local resources, Gillette, way up there, Oconto County obviously was hit very hard, and we were talking about that throughout the week, even yesterday, about how many outages they had to deal with up in the Northwoods, Door County on the other end. But Gillette Secondary School Commons will be open until 11 a.m. today as a warming shelter. So you can go there, find a warm place to stay for a while, charge your devices, get a snack, things like that. Bell and Health Fitness in Oconto also is open as a warming shelter for you. That is free and open to the public all day today. Again, same situation, but at the Bell and Health Fitness, you can actually take a hot shower. So that's great. You make sure you bring your own towel, though. Other shelters and other resources at WBAY.com. So many that we were talking about, and we're just trying to keep up to date with all of them because there's so many different areas. Obviously, this is so widespread. So depending on where you live, I really urge you to check your local law enforcement pages, public health, because even public health officials are concerned about people with medical devices. That is a 911 issue. So if you know somebody or you yourself have a medical device in a power outage situation, whether it's now or in the future, that is a 911 situation, especially if it's something that would save your life or your life is in danger and you need that medical device. And if you need to charge it, we've got all those different charging stations, those places that you can go to, even a local library, places like that. So the other thing is you might want to check out this interview with Matt Cullen that we had this morning right here, talking about the latest with those power outages. It's right on the main page, and he goes into detail talking about the plan and what utility crews have dealt with this week, because they had to deal with the elements that very first day. It was so hard for them to get through and deal with some of the elements as well. But you could check out this interview that I did with him during Action 2 News this morning, just kind of skimming through. I think it's just at the bottom here. There we go. Very helpful. Obviously, we're super grateful for everything that they do to keep our community safe, and they've been working around the clock. They have what Matt was saying, an army of field crews, I should say, including technicians across Wisconsin, not only Wisconsin, but also from the Midwest in general, places like Iowa, Ohio, Illinois, coming to our area to help with those repairs. So they also just remind you to stay at least 25 feet away from a down power line. You can report those, though, to your utility or local law enforcement, but don't call 911. Make sure that you're only calling 911 for an emergency, not just a call if your power is out. If it's down, that is different. You can call 911. I also want to get into some stories from the First Alert Safety Desk this morning and actually throughout the week. A couple of them were pretty interesting. I'm going to pull up the website again. It's pretty handy. We got everything on there. There we go. So FDA approving prescription-only smartphone app for depression. This is pretty interesting. The FDA signing off on this past week. It's a digital treatment for depression. We talk about mental health so much at the First Alert Safety Desk and on Action 2 News in general, but this is called Rejoin. It's for people who get a diagnosis of major depression, depressive disorder. It is meant to be used alongside medication that you use for depression. It is for people 22 and older, but you know, there's a lot of apps out there that are geared towards mental health and helping people, but this is by prescription only. There's still a lot of research that they need to do, but the FDA did sign off officially on this, and just because it does have FDA approval doesn't mean that insurance will pay for it. So I'll keep everybody posted on this. Again, it's called Rejoin. And we do have the link here that you can click on if you want more information on that. That was a good story. Also, with the eclipse coming on Monday, and meteorologist Steve Balon was talking about how we won't see it so great here, but if you're traveling for whatever reason to go see it, make sure that you're getting the real eclipse glasses, because there's so many counterfeit ones that are sold. And right here, I kind of break down how to tell if your glasses are real or fake. So fake eclipse glasses have sunglass-like lenses that have the straight left and right edges. The real ones have reflective lenses with curved left and right edges. So the American Astronomical Society, they talk about what to look for right on their website. So you can click there and you can read along. And this morning, actually, I saw that the Mulva Cultural Center in De Pere is having a eclipse viewing event on Monday from 1 to 3 if you're interested in that. Again, I don't know how well we will see it because of the cloud coverage and things like that, and Steve and the other meteorologists have been keeping everybody posted on that big eclipse that's coming on Monday if you're interested in that. Also, the big story from today, aside from all the power outage stuff that we were talking about, I have a couple major recalls that I wanted to mention to everybody. So first and foremost, if you have a Black & Decker handheld steamer, Consumer Product Safety Commission say those are having some issues. And actually, I'm going to pull it up for you so we can actually get a picture, because it's those handheld steamers that you use. Here we go. There's the recall right there on the CPSC website. And they're actually recalling about 1.6 million of them, and they're sold at major stores, Amazon, Target, Walmart, places like that. The issue is that steamers can spray or leak hot water while you're using it, posing a burn hazard to customers. Not the normal way you're steaming things. That's obviously important. That's what it's supposed to do. But there's actually been plenty of people, about 87 reports of people getting burned, and it kind of breaks it down here. And you would get a refund if you return this and you want to get a different kind. Really important there. Also, from the Consumer Product Safety Commission, I'm going to go up here because they had a different area talking about those pillows, warning people to stop using these right away. They're from Omvid Therapies, the manufacturer. This is what they look like. And they're concerned that your baby would suffocate. It's just the way that they're made. They don't meet regulation standards. So you just want to throw them away, because in this case, actually the company is not giving you a refund, unfortunately, and these are sold on Amazon, and this is what they look like right here. We often do a lot of these recalls and try to keep you up to date, because there are a lot all the time, and especially if I think it's one that it's going to affect your family, I make sure to have that at the First Alert Safety Desk. So I thought those were really important to have. And again, all of those are at WBAY.com. Wanted to get that up there for you. Again, we're keeping everybody posted on the power outages, and I'm seeing, Barb, no power yet on Friday morning. I'm not sure where you are, but I know We Energies, WPS are working really, really hard to get all of the power back on today, but some of it will linger into tomorrow. Again, Matt Cullen with Wisconsin Public Service giving us that update this morning. They've had to deal with their own hazards and those crews, but obviously they're bringing in so many people, and they have so many people here in the area that are working really hard to help. So hopefully you get power, Barb, by the end of the day today, if not sooner, is my hope, because it's still 36 degrees out there, so it's pretty chilly, and a lot of people still waking up cold, and it's just such a bummer. But again, make sure that you keep up to date on WBAY.com. Just wanted to hop on here really quickly and talk to you about the latest with the power outage, and talk about some of those First Alert Safety Desk stories that I thought were pretty major. But of course, the power outage stuff was really big and took up most of my time, and looking at those resources for you, making sure that you have a place to go, a place to charge your devices, medical devices, and your normal phone, laptop, things like that. So again, we will keep you all posted. Coming up at 9 a.m. on Action 2 News Mid-Morning, Catherine and Steve will keep you posted on everything happening with those outages. Keep everybody posted on the progress with what's happening with utility crews, and throughout the day today, both on air and online. As we always say, we'll keep you guys posted on what's happening, but hopefully you can take advantage of some of those resources if you need them, and go to our website, WBAY.com. We're constantly updating that. So thank you so much for being here and chiming in and saying hello. Have a great Friday and stay safe.